Hey, it's Robin over at robinshields.com. I want to welcome you back to the series that we're doing called the Change Your Language series. And this is where we've been exploring different words that show up in our language that really aren't serving us very well. And in the last video, where we left off, we talked about getting started on that path toward improving that. And I covered with you having an awareness about it, having a desire for change, and then taking action. Well, now this video is about the taking action. So I've got a lot to cover here, so we're going to go ahead and dive right in. And I'll tell you up front, it'll probably be a little bit longer video than the previous ones because there's so much to this. All right, so the method I want to teach you is IPR, Inventory, Purge, and Reframe. And you'll be able to put this into practice, which is really good. So take some notes on this. Inventory is really like the who, what, when, where, how, why, so to speak. So first identify. You got to identify what words you're using, which ones show up for you, because we've covered a lot of words. All of them may not be an issue for you. Okay, so just discover which ones you're using, and then the next would be the frequency. How often are you using them? Just once you write them down, kind of create a tally where maybe over several days you're kind of keeping track. Okay, and then the third thing would be the location, and location really is the how and the where. How means, is it showing up in written language or is it verbal, or maybe both? And then the where is where it's showing up. Is it showing up, is it in your home environment? Is it in a business environment? Is it on social media? You get the idea there. So where is it showing up? Is it in where you feel, and is it in a safe environment where you're with a group of trusted colleagues? Another place it could be showing up could be in your journal, and that creates a little bit of a different dynamic. If you're using these words and you're kind of internalizing it and nobody else hears them or sees them, then we might want to delve into that a little bit deeper on a different video. Just understand that piece. Another important key component here is the triggers. What triggers it for you? What triggers you to use those words that have you in confusion and overwhelm and feeling like you're stuck and frustrated? Understand what those triggers are. I'll give you a quick example. When I'm making videos like I'm doing right now, if my train of thought gets broken, my son comes home from a workout unexpectedly, or I'm not keeping track of time, or my husband would come home early from work, and wow, whenever that door opens, sometimes the dogs start barking, and it's just, I lose my train of thought. I kind of, interrupts my creativity flow. It's harder to get back on track, and honestly, it really does frustrate me. It does. It frustrates me, and so I need to do something to minimize that frustration. So that's a trigger for me. Let's talk about context. That's the next piece of inventory. How I'm using it. I just got done saying that when my focus gets broken, that really frustrates me. It frustrates me. It's a frustrating situation, as opposed to I'm frustrated. See, there's a difference there. When you say I'm blank, you're owning that, and then it's almost like it becomes a part of your identity. And so then every time, then it seriously could lead to this. Then anytime that the door opens and the dogs bark, then I become frustrated. Right? So that's why you actually have to. Context is an interesting word because we want to take ourselves out of the context of it. So this is what happened. You're taking yourself out and you're standing over here looking at what's going on as opposed to being it. Take yourself out. Got to take the emotion out. I know that's probably a little deep in concept. I hope you got that. Okay, then moving on to purge. Purge is just simply this. Once you've identified what those words are and the ones that you're saying most often, pick two. Pick two and just say, you know what, over the next week, I'm going to reduce these two by 50%. It'll make a huge difference for you. And then just move on to the next ones. And then the last one is reframe. That's the R of the IPR. Reframe into a positive, toward a solution, right? So I could say, now I knew what my trigger was. Well, when I get interrupted, I used to get frustrated when my husband came home and I was shooting a video. And once I realized that, then I knew that I had to set some boundaries on my hours and make sure that I was done filming by 5:30. Okay, that's how I reframed that. And then it keeps me thinking positively about shooting videos and positively about him coming home. Otherwise, I could have some, negative energy around that. Okay, well, that is the IPR method. I hope that made sense to you. I hope you got some value from that. It can be really effective once you put all this into place, assemble the pieces. Go back and watch the videos in the series, and I hope it brought you great value and you see some wonderful results in your life. So I believe in you, and that's why I took the time to make this for you. Would love to hear your comments and feedback. If you're not already on my newsletter, you know the drill. Jump over to robinshields.com. It's Robin with a Y. Drop in your name and your email, and I will send you out some great stuff. I would love to connect with you also over on my fan page on social media. Drop me a friend request on Facebook. Lots of different ways to get a hold of me. I look forward to catching you in the next video. Until then, God bless you.